Alright, what's going on, guilty guys and gals? Welcome to Straw 2. I'm gonna have to do this episode again. I recorded it yesterday, but my computer updated, and so when I reopened OBS... Okay, well, first off, it deleted OBS off my system for some reason, which just kind of baffles me. But when I reinstalled it, my mic wasn't set up properly, despite the fact that all my settings carried over. So, that was cool. Anyway... Let's actually do it. So I've already seen all this, but you'll get to see me voice act it at least and talk about my thoughts. Oops, it's loud. It's alright. It's alright, Master Utsuro. Calm down. I, Akane Taira, will always, no matter what, stay by your side. Also, this one has some really fast text boxes. It's really annoying. That is why everything will be fine. Yikes. Yuki's just like... Poof. Yuki! Oh my goodness. Yuki! That's a little bit better. He's fine. He seems to have fainted from exhaustion. Empty text box. Yoruko? Still too loud, wow. You're Sora, right? Sora? Come on, please. It seems there's no need to tell Yuki the truth. He's already realized it himself. Who are you? Here we go. Akane Taira. That's my real name. Akane Taira? I'm sorry, Yoruko. My memory just returned to me. No, to be honest, I have had it with me for a while. I've just been running away from it because I didn't want to acknowledge my true identity. Your true identity? The trigger was meeting that person in the basement floor of Babel's tower. That person? Please be more specific, come on. I told you yesterday night that I met someone after falling through the floor, remember? The person I met there was Rei Makaru. Rei Makaru? Wait, isn't that the person who was from the Kisaragi Foundation with Teruya on the first day? Yeah, something like that, yeah. Imagine an alternate timeline where Rei was with us and Teruya was in the background. Things would have gone much worse. Correct. I thought she was dead. With Teruya, I understand how he could be alive since he was just flying away. But she was burned to ashes in front of our eyes. Wait, so dying here doesn't really make you die in real life? But that was Nikkei's lie, wasn't it? But that was Nikkei's lie! Okay, anyway. Regarding how she actually survived, I don't know myself. I wasn't able to confirm whether death here would result in death in real life. Nikkei's dead, so we won't be able to tell what he was. We won't be able to tell if what he said was true until we actually get out of here. Whatever happened, happened, and Rei was still alive. They actually did intervene to do something on that tower from the outside. The first time I did this, my Rei voice was terrible, so I'm going to have to try to figure out a better one. Maybe I should have figured it out before I started the episode, but it's too late now. That hurt. Although, I should be dead, so, you know, it's not that bad. Am I still alive? A pile of books as cushions, so books do save lives. Wait, moreover, I thought for sure I would hit the floor, but where am I now? Alright. What is that sound? I need to come up with a voice for Ray. She's like stern teacher. You know what? I know what to do. I know what to do to fix it. Make it British. One there. Someone there. What is this? Some sort of hologram? I repeat, if someone is listening over there, please respond. Damn it. I just managed to connect, and now this. I'm listening. Who are you? Flickers in surprise. A response? You. Her hair looks kind of weird as a silhouette. Who are you? Teruya? Is it you? Oh, my name is Sora. You got a bit fainter. I've got no time to think. Guess I've got no choice. Use like a filter like this. Although you can't hear me very well with that. Rei Mikaru, member of the Kisaragi Foundation, to save you. Rei? Oh, so you must be Teruya's partner. I wouldn't have put it that way. For you, however, so... Oh, I'm sorry. There's a lot of static on the line. Don't know if you're listening. Point is... I'll send Teruya. Download his reset code. And give it to Teruya. I'll send Teruya his reset code. Give it to Teruya. Yeah, okay. The window crashed. Something just materialized itself out of thin air. I know it's virtual reality, but it still kind of feels surreal to actually see this happen. One more thing. I heard from Kin about this. Akane Taira is still alive. Among hid herself, but lost her memory. Tell this information to Teruya. He doesn't know about... After his memories have returned to him, he will figure out a way. Contact us. How are you? I don't know you are, but please send it to him at all costs. It's... Ray, you're fading out. Don't fade out. Don't go into the light. Reset code for Teruya? Ray, that's what she said. So she really was alive, just like Nikkei said. Then that means that hologram was from the real world? Hold on, the reset code and the other thing she talked about. Akane Taira. That name, where have I... Empty. That's... I am... Bum bum bum. We already knew that like a long time ago, but you know. So hearing that name made you remember. Sora, wait, no. Should I call you Akane? No. Please, refer to me as Sora like you used to, Yoruko. Used to? She still is. Sora. It's still Sora. At least for now. I think I'm sure of it. I think I'm sure of it. That's like a Chiaki line. Sora, tell me who who Akane Taira was. You said that you'd tell me the truth, Sora. Sora? Then you trust us and face the reality, even if you're scared to death of it. You promised, so I know you'll keep that promise. Will she keep her promise? Find out next time on Dragon. To know who Akane Taira was, we first need to know who Master Utsuro was. Master Utsuro was someone special to Akane Taira. He saved her from a hellscape when she was young. Saved her? Utsuro was born with a very special talent. A talent called Heavenly Luck. Heavenly Luck? Wait, didn't Mikado mention that, like, once or twice? What an image. He was born with a special fate. It was like he was chosen by fortune itself, able to create miracles and pave paths of luck without ever paying the price. I'm not sure if I get it. So, you're saying he was, like, really lucky? It wasn't just about being lucky. His power was very well above average luck. The true power of heavenly luck is having everything, everyone, every piece of matter on earth bend to your will. Heavenly luck will provide you the... Oh, I got caught up on this sentence the first time, too. Heavenly luck will provide you the circumstances necessary. I really don't know how this sentence is supposed to be structured. Okay. Heavenly luck will provide you the circumstances necessary. They were tailored to him and him alone. Something like that, I think. It's almost at a reality-bending level. Hence this image of him standing before the galaxy on Earth. The process of how it happened means nothing under that power. No result is inachievable if he wishes for it, even if no process exists yet. That's... The scariest part of this power is that, because it always respects the will of its user, Master Utsuro, him and his companions, even if they are being... This is what I was talking about. Used by Master Utsuro. He can bless them with his luck if he yearns for it. The whole world is in the palm of his hands by the ultimate power of his and his alone. That is the reality of heavenly luck. This can't be. Something that unrealistic. I know I call this virtual reality unrealistic, but that can still be explained somewhat by science. We're basically talking about superpowers here. Are you new? Leon is basically Bullseye, so... I didn't believe it myself when I first met him, but his powers are the real thing. Alright, I'll believe you. Let's say that the Utsuro guy was born with this unbelievable luck. So then what? Master Utsuro roamed around the country when he was young, using his heavenly luck to help other children of his age. Which sounds like a good thing, but, Those who've met with a terrible fate, one that is inescapable without his power, something like that. He helped so many young children escape from the hells they were trapped in. Hang on! That story! Yes. The Void. And they just include Iroha, because at this point we all know. Mikado Sonoji, Hajime Makanuchi, Emma Magarobi, Nikkei Yomuri, and though it isn't confirmed, Iroha is our next candidate. Every one of these people had lived a horrible childhood, and the one to rescue them out was none other than Master Utsuro. He's the Void's savior. Just now, you said that Utsuro is already dead. But the Voids wanted to meet their savior, who is Utsuro. Since reviving a dead person in real life is impossible, they tried to recreate him in the virtual world? Correct. That leaves me with some questions. Doesn't it leave us all? 1. Why did it have to be Yuki of all people? From the information you gave to me, I don't see a connection between this Utsuro guy and Yuki. And 2, why are they going so far to meet this person? Well, I get they want to thank him for changing their lives for the better, but if I was their savior, I doubt I'd want them to go far as to commit crimes to meet me. I'll answer the second question first. It boils down to the power of Master Utsuro. I mentioned that Utsuro blessed these children with his heavenly luck. These children would have never been able to escape their hell on their own. So the new lives they got were essentially created by the heavenly luck. Now, say this heavenly luck power suddenly disappears from this world. What happens then? No way. Yes. The heavenly luck is a power strong enough to even bend fate. Without it, everything that it had brought, will slowly reverse itself. If perhaps there was someone who should have been dead but was saved by Utsuro's powers. Without the power, their blessing would also disappear, and their fate would end up at their original destination. Death. What? So, if the Voids were saved by heavenly luck, then that means... They'll eventually find their place back in that hellscape. So that's why. So that was why, without question, and without reason, even if it was inside the virtual world, they needed that power again.
I had no choice. If this plan failed, there was no way out for me.
It's been a while since I've done these voices.
We can't go back anymore. We Voids, even if we rethink our ways, there's no salvation for us. Even if we teamed up and fought against Mikado and tried to escape this place, there's no future waiting for us.
We aren't just searching for him to go see him. We had to put our lives on the line to find him, for without him, there's no future for us.
That isn't as big a stretch as you might think. Technically speaking, Nikkei could be caught up in my scheme. Something like that. Do you not find it curious why I went to such lengths?
It was because that Utsuro guy had died.
That was the one. That's the text box that's so annoying. Okay.
That his power's effect on the others disappeared as well. And when the Void, led by Mikado, noticed that they could use a virtual reality to resurrect him, then what about Yuki? How is Yuki related to all of this?
Yuki.
How is the nuclei of the cell, the brain of the cell, related to all of this?
I'll cut straight to the chase. Yuki isn't really related to him at all.
What?
It's just that back when he was alive, he had kidnapped, imprisoned, and impersonated a student named Yuki Maeda, who was to be enrolled in Hope's Peak as the ultimate lucky student.
This was so he could get into Hope's Peak as the fake Yuki Maeda. Why is that? He disguised as him? It wasn't just any disguise. It was by the power of heavenly luck. By his will of wanting to get into Hope's Peak. His fortune made Yuki Maeda, someone with similar physique to him, enroll in Hope's Peak as the ultimate lucky student. I kind of like this idea because that means Yuki isn't really even lucky at all. In fact, he's kind of unlucky. But just because he resembled Utsuro, he got into Hope's Peak as the lucky student. Like, Utsuro's luck changed the lottery, not so that he would win, but so that Yuki could win. Which, again, you think, the most straightforward solution for heavenly luck would just to make Utsuro win the lottery. But then again, I think probably the reason they had to go about this whole roundabout way was one of the requirements to get into Hope's Peak is that you have to be a currently registered high school student. And I'm guessing that Utsuro either wasn't, or he was because he was traveling the country, right? He was teaching himself or something like that. So technically he wouldn't be able to be enrolled. I don't know. I'm sure that's explained in the first game. It just strikes me as funny. Anyway, here we go. But that does mean that my theory that somebody made fun of in the comments, in good fun, in jest, where, Yuki is being turned into Utsuro because they're both gingers, isn't that far off. Originally, Yuki and Utsuro had no connection between them. Wow, why are the birds chirping? It's almost 8 o'clock. But up until the last moment he died, he acted as Yuki Maeda. Guess it must be spring. That's why the Voids must have thought that Yuki's brain must be the key to resurrecting him. Which doesn't really track. He just had to look like Yuki, but whatever. If he was chosen by Utsuro, then it must be the case that his brain was the most similar to his. So that's the real objective of Void. Though I can't say for sure, it should be mostly correct. I should know it better than anyone else. Because Sora... No. Akane Taira is in the same situation as the Voids. So that's it, right? The true identity of Akane Taira? So that's why you knew about it. About Yuki, about Utsuro, about the heavenly luck. And you've been referring to Utsuro as Master all this time, just like Mikado. You're right. Akane Taira was also one of the gifted who were blessed by heavenly luck. However, I don't know how I'm standing here if I'm being honest with you. What? Now that my memory is returned, the last thing that I remember happening to me is Master Utsuro's death. And the death of Akane Taira. Yes, dead. She had to have been dead. Then why? Sora? If you're Akane Taira, and you're in the same situation as the Void members, then are you on our side or on theirs? Answer me, Sora. I know I said I'd trust you, but now that your memory is returned, I might have to oppose you depending on your answer. I know it's cruel of me to say it, but... No, you're being perfectly reasonable. Akane Taira is someone who must die. For she and Master Utsuro have committed too many sins, more than could ever be forgiven. Sins? Yeah, we killed a priest. It's pretty sinful, I think. The Voids have committed many crimes, sure, but Akane Taira is far worse than them. That's why she shouldn't be alive.
Okay. Just like going through this a second time, imagining this from like Yoruko's perspective, the person who like is like your best friend through all this is talking about how they should be dead. Pretty troubling. Anyway.
You said Utsuro tried to save as many kids with unfortunate fates as possible. That doesn't sound like a bad person to me. Master Utsuro has a heart of gold. That's what I want to believe.
But he also is deceiving his own. He's also deceiving himself. He has lost his sense of self due to this power.
The reason he saved all those children, including Akane Taira, was presumably nothing more than boredom. What? He helped out all those others out of boredom? That's just the type of person he is. But once he met that girl, he started to change, and for the worse. That girl?
We all know who it is.
That part's a finished tale, unrelated to all this. The point is that Master Utsuro and Akane Taira have committed many unforgivable crimes together. Akane Taira's life belongs to Master Utsuro, who saved her. That's what she thought as she put forth any request her master asked of her. Whatever the request would be, even if it meant causing her precious friends to die. If it was the will of Master Utsuro, then... But... Sora... Master Utsuro and Akane Taira had chosen to pay for what they had done. In that very lab, those trial grounds. Sora, why don't we calm down first? No, I remember it clear as day. Akane Taira should be down in the depths of the ocean with Master Utsuro. Yes, together. I can't let him be alone. I swore that I'd be with him forever. Forever with Master Utsuro. Calm down! Then why? Why? Why is this wretched body still alive when he is dead? Sora! Get a hold of yourself! Look into my eyes. Yoruko?
I don't like Yoruko's mouth in this image, but everything else is okay.
Answer me. Are you Sora or Akane Taira? Wait, no, that wasn't what I meant to say. You're not Akane Taira. What? No, I recovered my memories. If you're Akane Taira, why are you referring to her as if she's someone else? Well, you said it yourself. When I asked you who you are, you said that you're Sora. At least for now, didn't you tell me so? But the name Sora, it's just something Yuki came up with on the spot. My name is Akane Taira. If I deny that, then I'd still be running away from the truth. No, it's different. You told me everything you know. You faced the outcome that is Akane Taira, that's for sure. But just because you accepted the outcome doesn't mean that it has to end that way. Yoruko. My shoulders hurt. You know, I'll ask this one more time. Don't beat around the bush and answer it. Are you on our side or are you on the Void's side?
Doesn't that synthesizer go?
I think the Voids are in the wrong. I can't stand up for them. Master Utsuro is already dead. He yearned for his death and finally achieved it in the lab on that fateful day. But who the hell do they think they are, resurrecting him against his own will? He never asked for any of that. So you don't agree with the Voids? That means you're on our side. If I were to choose one over the other, then yes. But Akane Taira is basically the same as Void. I can't be a hypocrite and act like I'm a good guy now. Why not? What? Who's gonna stop you? You say that you should have died and don't understand how you're still alive. And that you've committed an unforgivable crime, and it's the same for the Voids. But I still like you, Sora. Yoruko. Sora, remember what I said back in the Monocruise a few days ago?
No. It's been more than a few days.
When Yuki just said we were in the same boat, that was a funny pun. I think I acted selfish at first. After all, I just met everyone, and I didn't know any person here. But now I agree. Everyone that we've met after coming here, and everything that we've been through. Even if we escape this place and get old, I doubt I'd ever forget any of it. I still feel the same way about Yuki and you, I think that's it. And especially you.
Ooh.
The two of you will probably be the two unforgettable friends I'll remember for my whole life. So who cares what Akane Taira did? And who cares about Utsuro? Even if Yuki gets taken over by him, and you're actually Akane Taira, that doesn't erase all the memories we had in Utsuroshima. I don't care if you're being hypocritical. I don't care if you're just acting as if you're the good guy.
I think that's what it's going to say.
If anyone has a problem with it, it's not going to be me. Sora, I really, really like you. I trust you. I think of you as, well, a friend.
A very good friend, yes.
So what about you? I also like you. And I like Yuki. I think I share the same feelings as you. But that's all the more reason that I can't be with... Sora, I'm sorry for this.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
What? Ow. Ow. You were surprisingly good at that. I don't know what your past was like, and I'll probably never understand it. You might not forgive your past self now that you've remembered everything. But to me, the you standing here is Sora. I want the Sora I know and love to live with me. I want her to stay as my friend. So that's why... I'm gonna slap you again. If you're alive, I think that's all that matters. I guess you do need to atone for what you did. But using that sin as a reason to abandon us, that's what I would call running away. So if you're with us, then stay with us to the end.
Ominous. Don't like it. Ayame. I forgot to search up who that was in between.
Huh? What did you...
No. Yoruko. Thank you. I think Ayame was the track star, or whatever she was, the runner.
Sora?
Ugh. My name is Akane Taira. Hold on, I'm gonna pause it. Ayame, what is it called? DRA? That would probably be the shortening. Ayame Hitano. Which one is this? Ugh, it's just... Yeah, the super high school level sprinter. I knew that. I'm a genius of remembering the name of characters that I haven't even played. But at the same time, I'm Sora, so call me Akisura. Even though my memories have returned, there are still mysteries left to be uncovered. The biggest one being how I'm still alive. I think that may have some connection with the voids as well. So I guess I can stay as Sora until all that is solved?
No. Even if we take care of everything, you can still stay as Sora. People change. I have, more than once. I end up hurting the person who had changed me, but I still think of them as my savior. If I could change someone like they changed me... If it helps, I'd do anything for you.
Of course you would, Yoruko. We all know that. Yoruko? Ruko?
What did you just say?
This isn't very like Sora, is it? Thank you, Yoruko.
It wasn't like I did that just so you would thank me. That's not right. With all my pleasure, Sora.
Doom, doom, doom.
Sora, now that we unintentionally answered all my questions with you recovering your memory, shouldn't we tell Yuki when he wakes up?
No, I think he's already noticed. To be honest, I don't know how much about virtual reality to know how much... I don't know much about virtual reality to know how much Utsuro's personality is affecting Yuki. But Yuki called me Akane once. It wasn't very long ago. If, as I recovered Akane Taira's memory, he must have been absorbing Master Utsuro's as well.
If we're going by my theory, then I'm at my high school self right now, so I might recover my memories as well. I hope I can remember the memories of the real world. Then I could be of a help to you.
Let's not be too hasty now. We've already uncovered most of Void's plans. And I also feel a bit confused from just uncovering so much information.
What are the chances of Yuki giving us extra info we didn't know when he wakes up?
With Yuki's body being the Void's target, they must have made sure his memories were taken care of. I doubt he'll recover something more important than the memories of Akane Taira, who knew Master Utsuro more than anyone else.
Even better than himself.
I guess so. He did uncover most of Void's plans. So once Yuki gets up, I guess we talk about how to stop them. I have an idea or two about that, actually.
Pulls out the knife and kills Yuki.
Wait, really? I wasn't able to talk, really, due to my memories flooding in and your theory.
My memories?
But we can talk about it when Yuki gets up. Alright then. I see. So that was my choice? Not to return as Akane Taira, or deny her and run away from the truth, but to live together with Akane Taira.
I'll say the same thing I did last time. It's like Celeste. Not the Danganronpa character Celeste. The game about the mountain.
I didn't give up or totally recover from it in the end. But it was my choice. I might regret it, filled with despair, but it's my choice. If it's my choice, then I'll gladly accept it. What will the future hold for us? It's getting truly exciting. Yuki hasn't woken up yet. Let's wait a little while till he does.
And that will be where the episode ends. Ho 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 ho!
You know, coming back to this would have been something I probably would have said at the beginning of the next episode, but I'm wondering, because originally at this point, I was like, oh, this is so sad, because that means that when this is all over, Sora is going to slowly die, right? Like, if Utsuro's luck is gone, and she helps them stop Void, assuming Iroha actually does commit a murder, which I'm still not sure if that's going to happen or not. Somebody has to die in this chapter. I don't know who. It's either going to be, because I'm assuming it's not going to be the three of us in this room, because we've been in this room the whole time. I'm assuming it's either going to be Iroha, Shobai, Teruya, or maybe Mikado, although I don't really see that happening, because he's the big bad, right? So yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, because the next episode is the victim reveal, so it's going to be interesting. What I was going to say, though, is, like, if Utsura doesn't come back and she successfully saves Yuki, then Sora will be gone and Akane will die. But in watching this again, I had a thought that maybe Utsuro's last, like, heavenly luck wish, essentially, was that Akane could live and get to pursue her own life or something along those lines. Because I know I'm not super familiar with the first game, but I have a feeling that with all the time the two spent together in the main, like, plot of the game, and then seeing her sacrifice herself for the main cast, I think Utsuro might have felt a little bit bad for basically like owning her life in a way. I could see, like, the reveal being in the last moments of Utsuro's life. His final wish was to undo everything else he'd done with his heavenly luck and allow Akane to live her own life after this. Because that would make it so the Voids would still have to pay punishment, and why they would still be scared of all this, but also explain how Akane survived after being fatally wounded. You know? But we shall see. I really don't want Iroha to die either, although it seems almost inevitable at this point, which sucks. But it'd be really nice if, you know, there was a way out for her too. But under all the, like, logical theories I can come up with, there doesn't seem to be one. Which, I mean, unless, I guess, the hell he saved her from was, like, mental trauma, like mental abuse, instead of literally, like, being about to die. Which kind of seems like the case for most of these people. Maybe not Hajime, because Hajime is obsessed with his health. So there's a chance that he was, like, super sickly and dying. But Nikke has anger issues. Like, he's filled with rage. Emma has, like, some weird abuse issues, abandonment type stuff. Iroha is, like, bullied and controlled. and then Mikado is just Mikado. Like, we don't know anything about the guy. But Hajime is the only one who seems like he definitely was on the track to die, perhaps, before Yuzuru saved him. So maybe they're like when they say like there'd be nothing left in our life for us, it would be going back to like, you know, being controlled and bullied, being emotionally manipulated and abused, and then being, you know, whatever Nikkei had going on. It's a bit of a struggle. But, you know, if nothing else, I'm interested to see what happens next. I'm kind of minorly annoyed that the dialogue in this episode, but it really challenged me to try to figure out what they were saying at a couple of points. But hopefully that doesn't continue, because if that happens in the trial, it's going to be kind of hard. But, you know, after everything else this translator friend has done, I can't really complain. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hopefully my microphone actually works next time I record something and I don't have to do it twice. Oh, what a life. Like and subscribe. Bye-bye.